boys and girls, welcome to the top 8 of OTAKON 2021. I'm here joined by my guest host, Mr. Mono Bluetron, MBT YuGiOh. We are commentating the top 8 of OTAKON 2021 here, hosted by PPG. It's been a lovely tournament so far. Hot 6 rounds we played before. We're cutting to the top 8 with some incredible players in the top cut. Joseph, are you excited to see some high-level gameplay?
I am. It would be the first time we saw it today.
Yes, correct.
No. A lot of fun stuff in the top cut. We've got 8 different individuals. Now, we don't have all of their deck lists because some were submitted through the app. We're using best coast pairings today in order to make sure this tournament runs smoothly, and it has been blazing by. Though the ones we do have, I can tell you with certainty, we've got a lot of Tri-Brigade, a lot of Drytron, smattering of Striker, and we've even got an Ignister in the bunch. I was not expecting that deck to top.
The thing about the con meta is as you start to see the weird stuff in the early rounds, once you get to the top 8, it is the big boys when they come to play. And speaking of big boys, we got 2 of the largest men.
You want to run that promo by me again, buddy?
You got 2 of the largest men here.
These dudes are chonkers.
Willie Newsom and Deshaun Mitchell here. Deshaun playing Striker, and Willie is on Tri-Zoo. It's going to be a lovely match here. I'm very excited to see what comes of it. Everybody knows I'm a very, very fond of the Sky Striker deck. I'm also really big on this Tri-Zoo deck, as that's what I've been piloting recently.
I was going to say, these are like your 2 one-trick decks.
One trick? Nah, I'm the greatest the game's ever seen, though. I pick up anything, and I'm good at it.
You're going to have to walk me through what's going on here. So we've got Fractal into Nerval.
Yep, seeing a classic Tri-Brigade just dumping a whole bunch of those Beast Warriors to deck. Going to probably pick up either a Karis or one of the Tri-Brigades from his deck that he's going to eventually normal summon. If he's lucky and he opens up Wrap here, he can go with Farragut and then go full combo because he's able to summon that Tri-Brigade from hand. Got to pick up a Fractal, presumably either for next turn, which is not a bad choice. 3 Beast Warriors in the grave is more than enough to rook around with. Typical first turn board we're going to see from Tri-Brigade is probably going to end up with an Appaloosa for 3 and then a live Revolt. And Revolt is scary. I still think Revolt is one of the best cards in the game.
I mean, it's a slightly improved return from the different dimension. It better be pretty good.
Seen a normal summon Karis.
That's kind of strange,
not
but
strange.
Not that far.
It's a normal
summon
summon Tri-Brigade name. That's all the prerequisite that he needed to hit. Is he just needed a name. So Karis is going to use its effect. We're going to be able to summon, I think that is the Farragut up there. Farragut is going to use it, and it's going to special summon that Fractal from hand most likely.
Okay, this one's a little crusty. We've only got 1 guy in the graveyard here, so we would have to use everything to go into our Appaloosa if we want to chain block the Bear Room, right?
What do you mean? No, if he goes activate Fractal here, he only has 1 in graveyard. So what he could do is he could actually hard make Bear Brum here and then just make Appaloosa for 2. So when he chooses to Revolt later, he could actually bring back the Bear Brum with Revolt, so you can get Revolts every turn. He opts not to go for that play, though, and it looks like he's going to make the rule. Probably is just a way to climb up and link. Now there's more Beast Warriors in the graveyard that he can banish with Fractal, which that is what he's going to go for.
Gosh, these thresholds are just kind of miserable for him. If it was 4, we could go into Shreg. We could then link off for Bear Broom and get a Shreg search alongside the Bear Broom one, chain blocking it that way. But it's 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4. So as a result, we are going to have to cheat out a Bear Broom. Not going to be able to be summoned off of Revolt as a result. I'm interested to see where we're going from here, but I imagine there will be an Appaloosa in the future.
That Bear Brum will 100% not stick around. So my best guess is it doesn't seem great, but he's going to take all those monsters.
Sheesh.
He's going to leave the Fractal up. Not a problem, though. The Fractal's pretty big with 1900 attack, but he's not doing anything on that board right now. If anything, he's just clogging up a monster zone.
This is kind of sussy.
There's the Appo for 2.
Obviously, the Appo means that chain blocking isn't nearly as important, but nothing else to activate alongside that Bear Room, just the Rugal in graveyard. Rugal also makes Revolt a little more difficult to wield correctly, because we did banish the Farragut for the Fractal.
Yep.
Now if we fire off the...
well, Farragut wasn't properly summoned as well.
Right.
So you aren't able to bring it back with Revolt. This isn't a bad spot. The thing is I think actually there's value to hard summoning the Bear Brum, so you're able to loop those Revolts.
No,
but
of course.
He chose not to do that. So the thing is either he has multiple Revolts in hand, or he's not worried about it. 2 cards in the back row. Look, actually, it's a pretty standard Tri-Zoo board there.
We'll see if that second card lends some insight onto why they valued the face-up Fractal so much. Could be something like a Forbidden Chalice main, maybe.
Very well could be. Foolish Burial Goods.
No response. Dang, not the best Tri-Zoo player in the world didn't draw IO.
Dang, weird. Gonna take a dump here. What are we taking? A big dookie on? Probably
You have to
dumping
say it
Metal
like that?
Fusion. Yes, Metal Fuse.
Ay, ay, ay. Ooh. This is actually it's a very interesting setup I'm looking at right here in terms of the deck. There's only a few things that set card can be, and they're all pretty devastating for Striker, actually.
Main deck IO, double strike. Not bad, not bad. Triple imprint. It could be
Ooh,
options.
Mystic Mine, however, that's a pretty good build.
Thing is, he does main deck 2 Cosmic, but he does not have one to deal with it. Normal Ray, very powerful, very strong.
Yeah.
Gonna go for that Hayate, mix it up a little bit. Unfortunately, that Appaloosa is just a bit too big, but it cannot negate during the damage step, I don't think.
Okay, it's
Ooh,
going to be the strike.
Can't bring back Ray with a strike. Tragic.
I mean, I don't know how beat up he is about it. Pass under Mystic Mine, that's
Yeah,
completely
I
fine.
still feel pretty good after that, you know?
Yeah.
Set
All
one.
right, find your IO, find your
Pass it.
Cosmic,
The
or
turn.
you're dead.
Better have it.
So we know that that set card is Revolt, but no reason to go for it here. It's not like we would even be cycling with the cards in the graveyard.
Quick set
Maybe
pass.
shuffling stuff back with Bear Broom because we can't activate even graveyard effects under Mystic Mine.
All right, we are having some fun and interactive gameplay right now.
God, this
Both
is
players
great.
trying to find something. Sky Striker ideally trying to find a God hand to be able to play under the Mystic Mine, eventually popping it with maybe Area 0 or multi-roll, and then just shutting out the game with pure advantage. However, every turn that the Sky Striker player doesn't advance his board is another card that goes to the Tri's hand.
As much as I like just passing on Mystic Mine for 40 turns, especially in Game 1, I feel like if you're the Striker player, you probably aren't afforded that luxury, especially because Tri-Brigade Zodiac is just so notorious for main decking IO. So like even if they draw their whole deck, they will find a way to out your Mystic Mine. So you probably can't just rely on it to be your entire game plan. Like at some point he's going to have to commit. And that point might be right now.
Here comes the A0. That's going to be able to effectively clear his own Mystic Mine if he chooses to do it this turn. But the thing is, he better have a fierce play to follow up with, because that Appo still has some negates at the ready. And a Revolt in the back row, ooh, doesn't look too clean. Just revealing that he has the A0, pass and turn.
Yes.
Draw, pass.
Oh, and the mine is Mystic, baby.
Oh man, he just needs to find a way to demystic that mine. Red Eye Fusion? All right. Okay. Oh, in Striker, bro. Unreal, man.
That's incredible.
Oh, they were both in his hand. Oh, they were both in his hand.
And he's nodding over there like,
No.
yeah, this was the turn. Wow, that is atrocious. I'm so sorry. So we can go for the Dragoon here, popping the Appaloosa, set Area 0, and then pop the Fractal. Or we can pop the Fractal.
For some reason. I don't understand
that. We could go to combat. And this is actually a pretty interesting line. Now tell me if you think there's any credence to this. What if you go to combat, attack the Appo, and then leave yourself under mine? Because your opponent's going to have to normal like a Tri-Brigade and then activate its effect to summon a second monster if they want to ever banish this card with like a non-targeting Shrek.
Okay, now that the Mystic Mine's cleared up, I still don't think that was the right choice there, because the thing is if he had to activate the Revolt, that would put him at 2 monsters. And the monster he summons doesn't do anything. None of the Tri-Brigades he summons
I don't
off
really know why
anything.
we left the Appaloosa.
This really
up.
alley-ooped Willie into a really advantageous position. Because I think that set card back there was just set this turn too.
I feel like you were supposed to
I really
destroy
feel
the
like,
Appo
yeah,
here.
I really feel like there was a sequencing error here. I think getting rid of the Appo was very integral.
And I don't know. It's not. Oh, we do have the bell. That's something.
Yep.
Okay, so now if we go for the Appo here, we can of course fire the Dragoon. Okay, well that explains it.
Okay,
Oh,
Call by the
Called
Grave
by
is going to deal
son
with
of a
that.
gun.
That is the clean ass out. Dragoon's going to negate here probably.
We can
yep.
negate, but
then Appaloosa
Appo
is
can
gonna
negate as
negate.
well.
One
And it's
pushing.
Widow
Whoa.
Anchor. Oh my God!
My
he
God,
planned it
that's
all out.
fierce.
Oh wow. Okay, we were actually thinking in 2008, and Delshawn was showing us that we were in fact 2000 and late. So now that Appo is going to be negated, we're pitching the Ash for the Dragoon. The Revolt is going to be negated by Bell. The Called By is going to be negated by Dragoon. And the Dragoon is going to be able to pop the Appo, who is going to deal a significant amount of damage to Willie and allow Delshawn to straight up attack with a 4,000 attack point. Dragoon, somehow this long chain has put him in a winning position that, honestly, the line that we were expecting wouldn't have. And that's why these people are playing, and we are sitting.
Yes, exactly. So Sky Striker player, up a couple, not up like that many cards actually. I think he has no cards in hand, right?
Yeah, this is a 0 negate Dragoon. I guess it does lose to a Tri-Brigade.
Yep.
How close are we?
Is chat saying that's game? Hold on, let me go get a look on the life real quick.
It's 1900 plus 1500 plus 400.
Did he say he striked this tank game though?
Yeah, that's the 1500.
Oh, okay, never mind, we're good.
So he's actually at about, he'll die to a Hayate.
Yes, yes.
The strike was on the Hayate, so we haven't gotten in for free yet.
Careful coming in clutch there. With no negates though. That Shurg is going to be gaming right now. Shurg is going to come out, banish the goon. Yep. See ya. That is banished, not a Dragoon in the graveyard. We'll see if it matters though. If they reborn it, I'm popping over there. But no, I have super advantageous position now for the Tri-Brigade 2 player. Just being able to stick a Shurg, non-targeting banish the Dragoon, which didn't have a negate anyways. It is a good card. Now, Dragoon's like, normally sitting on a Dragoon doesn't feel bad, but against Tri-Brigade, it loses, if you have no negate, it loses to any normal summon. Because at this point in the game, like, the Tri-Brigade player obviously had 4 things in his graveyard. Shurg doesn't target, so it's just super easy to out.
This is, it's kind of sussy. You need to find a way to get to Ray. You've got a couple of them, right? Not only can you get digging with Area 0, no matter what you draw. You can, if you find something like an Engage, of course, would be crazy, but a multi-roll would be wild. And there's a lot of live draws in Delshan's deck. All right, looks like we are Karosing here. Are we just trying to go for lethal this turn? Delshan hasn't really taken damage yet, has he?
I think he could definitely go for game this turn here. With nothing in hand, Kit's going to be able to dump something. Could dump another Nerval to get additional value and be able to use that Nerval to link off into something bigger. I definitely think he is able to put enough pressure to definitely seal game here. I can't see him not having game after all this. If anything, he's able to set up another Revolt, which is pretty much just the same kind of thing it's game.
Yeah.
Because you're able to summon a second Shurg, and the Shurg will just put all the work in.
Thinking about it. We've got what appears to be 2 Tri-types in Grave.
Then I activate the effective KRS here.
Okay.
Banishing 2. Probably going to bring out Farragut. Or is that a Bearbun? Oh, that's Double Dragon Lord, I think.
Yeah, that's
equally as good, though. That is another disruption. 1 too many for the Striker player to handle right now.
What 4 are we going into?
That's what I'm curious. Full Sword?
Oh, Access Code.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it, too. Yeah, we're thinking too hard. That is actually 8,000 on board here, using the Link 3. Oh, wait, did he use a Link 3? No, he used a Link 2. Never mind. It is only 43. It'll be short 700.
Is he actually?
I think so.
Yeah, because we didn't Verte to get that card out. We just straight up
I genuinely think, though, if Deshaun top decks Array, actually, this game is wrapped up. Oh, wait, what is that? Is that Barrage? What is it?
It's Barrage.
Yeah, Baraga. Baraga pop, that's
well,
the
you know, sometimes you got it.
Sometimes you have
Delshan says, yep, there it is.
That's the one-up.
There it is. I was out here like, wow, we missed lethal. We did it.
Yeah, we thought. We were thinking. We thought.
Well.
I'd love to see what was off of Deshaun's top, though. Could you imagine if he topped the Ray or the Hornet drones?
I
just cleaned that up.
Okay, so I got to ask you, right? In games like that where, like, it matters, do you look?
Do you look?
Yeah, do you look at the top of your deck?
I always look at the top of my deck. If I concede or I lose, I always look. No, I always look.
I don't want to know.
Nah, I gotta know. I gotta know if I got sacked or if I really was just that bad at the game.
I think you know that before the game ends.
Hey man, shut up, bro. You're so mean, dude. All right, let me find out. Game. Duel 1. All right,
So that was a very close game in which
Very
one
close.
player drew, in sequence, Dark Magician Red Eyes. So I have a lot of hope for Delshawn's ability to take the set regardless.
do we have a look on the time?
I don't think there is
That's
time
one
in
thing
Top
that we
Cut.
don't know. Well, no, in Top Cut there's time, I'm pretty sure. In Finals there is not time.
Let's start a prediction real quick. All right, again, chat, does not impact anything. You can't use these points for anything. It's just watch number go up. Oh, there
we go.
is.
No, we do
Yeah,
have time. Okay.
27 minutes.
Let me actually refresh you guys so you guys can get a peek on how much longer.
And you know, if you're the striker player, not for nothing, it does not behoove you to hurry up game one.
Yes.
You know? Onus should be on your opponent to win as fast as possible. You are massively favored in almost every time scenario. So if it takes your opponent 20 minutes to win game one and you 15 minutes to win game two, you know, should have closed out the game earlier or scooped quicker.
Kaina is a hell of a card.
Kaina's good, Hayate's good, and there's a lot of ways to chip in. And more important than that, there's a lot of ways to prevent taking damage. Like Widow Anchors and stuff are really good in playing for time.
Right, players are shuffling up, about to go to game 2. I don't know if Deshaun's build is more built to go second or first, but now he has the option.
Yeah.
I think with Dragoon in the deck, he probably is going to opt to go first.
I don't know. Going second even with Dragoon seems crazy, right? Dragoon's so much better.
I
on
like
the
going. I
draw.
like going first with Striker though. I feel like the deck is better going
Right.
first. Opening the Ray. She is bang.
I hated going first with Striker.
No, I love it. I love it.
I felt like I always wanted to go second, and then I'd be like, oh, you go first. And my opponent would be like, okay, I'm on Drytron.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wow, I just lose.
Oh,
No,
that
I
was
love
very
going
fun.
first though, because sometimes you can play some weird stuff. You can play like Tikaboo, or you can play Shared Ride, and you're just like, man, I'm the greatest duelist the game's ever seen.
Yes.
Set 1 and phase Shizuku is going to get met with an Ash.
Can you believe that this deck is like maybe the 4th best deck?
What, Striker?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shizuku set 1 pass. My Shizuku gets negated.
It's good enough though. It is good enough. Can't kill me? Nice. Love it.
So he draws for turn and throws his hands up.
He's like, yeah. All right, let's see how Willie plays into this.
Chad, I'm trying, but this music is burrowing into my brain.
Normal Ram. Yep.
Wow, that's real strong.
That is very
that's
powerful.
a pretty good one.
That back row better be something fierce.
All right, Borbo. Okay, so Zeus is less good against this board than pretty much every other setup, but still fine.
All right, the Borbo has poked.
Okay, so this is a weird scenario. Like, if you have the read the set card is a Widow Anchor or an Imperm or something,
I'd read it as one of those, yeah.
and you make a format Zeus, they Imperm, you Zeus down to 1, but then you get to trigger Ray, and then you just go into whatever you wanted anyway.
Yeah, it's a weird
You really
choice.
want to be like Zeusing into, and oh my god, that's yeah, it's a format. We're just going for it
Just activating the
proactively.
Zeus. Let's see, that back row better be something. It is not. It's a jamming waves. That's kind of sad.
Oh, okay,
The Ray's
wow.
coming back.
Oh my god.
That's filthy. Oh my
Well,
god.
Delshawn, it was
And
a
the best thing
good
about
idea.
that
It
call
was a
by
good
the grave
attempt.
is it's going to stop a Ray for next turn, so you can't activate that effect.
Wow.
That is fierce.
Sometimes you're not even Tri-Brigade, you're just Zoo. Oh, Delshawn. Good luck, I mean.
Normal
Rose is a good start.
Lovely lady. Unfortunately, that's not one that
loses to
tags out.
Zeus.
Yes, does lose to Zeus. Very well. Is he going to let this go? There's no way.
What do we even go
I mean,
into?
he's up against, like, what, jamming waves? Like,
Kagari
sure,
to
okay,
hit
thanks.
the jamming wave? Gosh, that's weak.
No Ray in the graveyard. Doesn't matter if he links this thing off. If he deals with it, it's
Probably have to.
Joseph, I'm going to seem like such a boomer. What does the 07 mean?
No.
What is that, dude? I got to
It's
ask.
someone saluting.
Oh my God, bro!
like
What are you talking about?
a tear rolls down your cheek as you salute the dead Sky Striker player.
All right, Hayate's in the field.
Wow,
Sure,
he's letting him even go to battle phase.
Deshaun looks defeated, bro. He knows.
I
this.
don't. Do you do this, Zeus?
Probably.
I bet your
there's
set
no
cards are
follow-up,
2-6.
because you can't Ray or anything.
Oh,
but-
he's letting
he's
him.
letting it go. Through.
IO set 100%. 100% IO set. You said 2 cards with Zeus on field. One of them has
Well,
to
see,
be
now
IO.
the thing is, he gets to go Kagari and pick that back up. I mean, it better
No,
be
he
a
does
negate
not.
back
It's
there.
IO.
I mean, yeah, okay. If it's IO, he's incredible. Main phase 2, gonna link it up. Give me that Kagari.
Chat, vote
pick
on your
back up that
phones now.
winner.
Is it IO? He's shaking his head. He says, "Yeah, I'm gonna Kagari targeting Widow Anchor."
And Willie's like, sure, whatever. Yeah, bro. IO.
Delshawn is like, he's in this scenario where he's just shaking his head. He's like, I know what's coming. I just
Big shiz.
can't take it.
Oh, and this end
Sets
phase is gonna
two,
hurt
that's
so
gonna-
bad. End phase.
Will he let it
Shizuku.
resolve?
I mean, yeah, he'll probably. I mean, yeah, sure, you can add, but I'm
If
just
you-
gonna
if you
Zeus
let it-
in the end
Yeah,
phase.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're gonna lose all your board. You don't have a Ray. I'm sorry.
What do you add here?
Shark Cannon gonna activate it during the end phase.
Yeah.
I don't know what the you don't have multi-roll setup, so you're not getting it back. But
Oh.
is
and
that it?
there
Oh
is.
my God, you were right, Joseph.
Ah,
oh, I hate that you're right too. That card is.
We
so
knew it.
so-
No, we knew it.
my.
It was never not IO.
Yep. No Ray in the graveyard.
Jesus
Still easy game at this point, dude. Just sit back, enjoy the fireworks. Top deck. Really, any try is gonna shut this game down.
Okay, so he takes 7 here. I mean, you know, he's taken 23. That's, I mean, we could do it, Copium. And this is why I dropped Striker. I just can't take this.
I mean, this is a lot of people.
This is like every 6th game.
It's like, oh my, it's everybody's
Fractal.
frustration with Drytron too. It's like, what are
We
you
do
gonna
have
do? Oh,
an
okay,
Ash,
an Ash,
Blossom at
that's
least.
solid. Oh, solid.
What are you gonna called by the Ash?
You already used called by.
Oh, also there's an IO.
Yeah, that card should be at 3, by the way. Normal Nerval, it's too fierce,
That's
man.
it.
That's
It's
good
over.
enough. That's it.
It's so over.
You know he has a Widow Anchor back there. Something else, but it doesn't matter when you're under IO.
We can't even draw the Mystic Mine to slow this game down.
When the mine is mystic. Shurik.
Okay.
Currently only 3 monster zones actually available for Revolt. But that's okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the number of monster zones available off Revolt is going to be game determinative here. Trust
He
me.
can even just make Rugal and then access code talker and legit just win the game.
Yeah,
there. Like the
that's-
game's just
yeah.
actually over.
So we know the set card is Widow Anchor, right?
Yep. Rugal? What? Wait, why?
Oh, we missed the Imperm.
Oh,
is
he impermed. Oh, okay, that explains it now.
But
Karis
we've got all the time in the
Yeah,
world.
you got a Beast Warrior in hand. You can still
a
extend.
million years to figure this out. We can just go to combat and deal, you know, 2K.
Revolt.
It's the Imperm column.
Outplayed.
He's out here
He's
nodding.
reading Imperm like
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Got
what
him.
that card does. Shit.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay.
he's
Strike
trying
against all
He's
odds,
trying
bro.
as
He's
hard
really
as
trying.
we can do
Against
it.
all
Copium.
odds, dude.
Oh, okay. Scott Hanneman, thank you for the sub.
See, you say why fumble, but remember the Sky Striker player, the deck.
There's room too.
Comprised mostly of spells, like almost 100% spells is under IO.
This is like
It's just not a
fumbling
fair
while
game,
your
like-
teammates are carrying you on a chariot above them. Like they're just gonna pick it up. You know, oh no, the Revolt didn't resolve. If only I had Zeus IO.
I actually hope he drew a Ray, so it's like actually gets
There's like a real
something
game.
happen.
Ray would be kind
No,
of crazy.
Set pass, that's it. Don't you dare Zeus here, man. I will cry.
Please do.
Don't do it. You don't
No,
want
there's
to.
no way you ever do.
No, why would you? IO is winning you the game. Yo, Scott Hanneman, thanks for your prime, bro. Appreciate it.
Okay, we've been talking about this a little bit off stream.
Oh, he is Zeus.
Oh my God, he's doing it.
What did he get right there? Full Sparrow?
FB Goods, and I don't know what the other one
Something
is.
else set there?
Do you think they're banning IO on the next
Yes,
list?
I hope so. Normal Karis that we knew he had. Activate. No response.
Paying cost. And what's in the hand?
Nope, nothing there.
Nothing.
It's just been an uphill battle for Deshaun. Despite a couple fumbles from Willie there, I think he is going to close it out this turn with the Rugal. Or the, or the bird. Yeah, the bird's fine too.
We've got, what, the rose in here?
Bird
That's the end of the game.
back. Yeah, it's like earlier. That bird's huge, actually, too. He doesn't have any monsters engraved. It's a 4,000.
We've got just the rose, I think. Maybe a hand trap. And the handshake comes out.
Bro.
Willie moves on with Tri-Brigade Zoo, a clinic in IO gameplay.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, man. Flip IO, best play the game has ever seen. Dude.
I mean, that's the thing with Striker. Like, you do have some free wins, but it feels like so many of your games you have to claw to even be in the game. They're long, drawn-out catastrophes, and there's like 5 cards in the format that just read, if your opponent is playing Striker, you win the game.
It doesn't help that those outs to Striker are also just very clean outs to Drytron. So, you know, anti-spell, when it gets real smelly up in here, or like the IO, the hand, you know, the guy, it's just, it's over. You see him, and it's just like, damn,
it's not like people aren't
really
playing it,
Yeah, right? So it's just, you see it, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get lucky. But after the side deck, it's like game 2 and 3. It really is an uphill battle when you see those guys. Yeah, I don't know. That was top 8. We're going to move into top 4 shortly here.
Let's see if we have any information for you about who has won. We don't. I think that's our first one finished.
Unsurprisingly, that match was 2-0 pretty quick.
Other matches we have going on. Table 1 is Christopher Talavera versus Timothy Merritt. Timothy Merritt is our Adagnister player. His opponent is on Tri-Brigade.
Okay.
The Joshua Benici on Drytron versus Evan Post. I think we know what they're on too. Do you remember?
I don't remember what Post is on, actually. I don't.
And then Leon Moorman versus Logan Adams.
Leon is on his bird up, and Logan is on the Drytron as well.
Wow. So.
And then Deshaun and Willie. We just saw Willie advance with his Tri-Brigade Zoo.
Evan Post, the only person we don't know then?
Yes.
I'll find that out for you all and let you know.
Okay, everybody, hold tight, guys. We'll be moving into top 4 shortly here. Top 4 will be another 40-minute round, and then we will have the finals be an untimed match. So it will be a battle of the wits. And we will be sitting here for the next 3 hours as we watch a Mystic Mine. Right. All right, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back shortly. Hold on to your underwear.